These days you can't get a man to work. People getting married and they still flirt. Don't pledge allegiance to our flag like we used to do. Good men are willing to give their lives while politicians take away our rights, saying they know best what's good for you. These days dads are always gone. Mama's still here but she's on her phone. Grandma's raising the kids and the devil is too. If you ask me, this whole world is gone to hell. I speak the truth, but these days the truth won't sell. I bleed red, white, and blue in my ways you just can't change. Wrong or right, I give my life for this place called USA. That I'd rather live, love my wife and teach my kids about the land of the free and the home of the brave. I'm sick and tired of people putting it down. If you don't like it here, get the heck out of town. Go and find somewhere you love, that's fine with me. 'Cause we don't need people riding the fence. You're either riding with us or you're riding with them. Make up your mind which side you stand. If you ask me, this whole world is gone to hell. I speak the truth, but these days the truth won't sell. I bleed red, white, and blue in my ways you just can't change. Wrong or right, I give my life for this place called USA. Cause of the brave. Wrong or right, they gave their lives for this place called USA. If you ask me, this whole world is gone to hell. I speak the truth, but these days the truth won't sell. Wrong or right, I give my life for this place called USA. Wrong or right, I give my life for this place called USA.
A man who stays silent after being disrespected is the one you should truly fear. Silence isn't weakness, it's control, it's patience, it's power. While others react in anger, he observes, he calculates, he waits, because he knows that reckless words serve no purpose. But silence allows him to move with precision. He doesn't need to prove anything. His actions will do that when the time is right. People mistake quiet for surrender, but in reality, it's the ultimate display of strength. Respect isn't demanded, it's earned, and those who underestimate a silent man often live to regret it. The strongest person in the room isn't the loudest. It's the one who doesn't react out of impulse, but responds with purpose. So if you ever cross paths with someone who chooses silence over outbursts, be careful, because when they move with intent.
Good evening, everybody. And this is a special showing for tonight. Something just kind of hit me and said, Gator, you need to do your civics class live. And I decided at the last minute, which I do appreciate everyone that's piling in here tonight. I thank you for all your support for that, because this was a last minute thing. That's why my lovely co-host, Miss Silverbell, you're just going to see that beautiful icon tonight, because I caught her off guard. She's a little pissy about it right now because, like all women, they have to be camera ready. And I did catch her off guard. That's one of her rules. And I broke the rule, and I gave her a last second. Hey, we're going to do a podcast. And she wasn't camera ready. And that's my fault. So she's going to show her lovely icon, but still give her input like she always does. And hopefully I can get people to come up here on the stage with me tonight, and we'll discuss things. But what we're going to talk about tonight, which is in some of the descriptions, is we're going to talk about the Declaration of Independence. And I went over that in my X Space Thursday nights more than one time. And people have asked me that come to that, the small group that does, have asked me, we're doing that again? And my response is always the same. Yes, we're doing that again. Because apparently people are not grasping the concept of what's in this book, or actually the parchment that it was written on. I'm about to mute my producer. He's got all kinds of shit going on down there. Sorry about that, y'all. But welcome, cast. But what I'm saying is people are not grasping the whole Constitution. And I had a video that I wanted to show this gentleman. I think I might have it. I'm going to get it to my producer. Excuse me. Let's see if I can find it. That this fellow was talking about the second paragraph, which is what made me think about this, and we're going to talk about it. And I will say that I'm not endorsed or sponsored or monetized or none of that bullshit. I'm not a rich man, and I don't need all that bullshit because I don't want it. I want to be honest and truthful and not worry about tracing and chasing money like all them other big accounts and shit. That's not me. I just want to be me and tell everyone the God's honest truth and be honest. I don't know what the hell that was, but I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get that video for you guys. Bruno, if you could check the box and see if I might have uploaded it. I think I may have.
You mean the
Dropbox? I may have put it in there.
Okay, let me check.
It'll say DOI paragraph 2.
All right.
But when we get to that, and then I'll read the whole thing. I don't mind. I'm not a real good read louder person. I don't know if that's like a correct phrase, but you know, there's no country boy, so y'all try to understand how I'm reading here. I'm gonna get better at it because if we do this on Thursday nights, then I'm gonna have to get better at reading. And I want to get to that video and have that gentleman explain. You know, well, I did download it to my phone.
Oh, I don't see it. I don't see it in the folder yet.
Well, I'll tell you what, Bruno, I'm gonna try something, sir. I am going to see if I can upload it to you via X. I don't know, but I am going to try to read this, I guess. Well, this is uploaded, and then we'll play that gentleman's video later. And yeah, see, I'm just an old bastard, so you just have to deal with me in the lighting and stuff. I know it's not going to be good, but I'm going to try to read this here for you guys. How's the vocals? Oh, do you get it, Bruno? It says sent.
Oh yeah, I'm looking for it. Give me a minute. Got it.
Can you download it?
It's not giving me the option to download that particular link.
Well, don't that just suck?
Yeah, I'd like to be able to copy the URL that it's in, but it's not giving me the ability to do that.
Well, don't that suck, buddy?
Because some of them I do get that, but this one, it's not giving me the ability to copy it down.
Well, I guess we're running on our maiden voyage for this one, so we're going to run into hiccups and bumps and all that kind of stuff like we did on our very first That's Bullshit podcast on Mondays. But I did actually skip something that I always try not to do, and that was introduce my damn co-host. I'm sorry, Miss Silverbell. I'm so sorry about that. I just lost track of what I was doing. But I'm so sorry. But my co-host, Miss Silverbell, she's my Brooklyn angel. Unfortunately, like I said before, I didn't give her time. I kind of blindsided her, but she's still here, like a champ. So Miss Silverbell, you can say a few words if you'd like.
Well, I'm here. I'm just going to do the best I can, Gator. I need more than 10 minutes notice, honey.
I know, baby. I do adore you so much for being here, and thank you so much. I knew I can always count on you, and I do appreciate that.
I can. I'm a loyal soldier to a point, hun.
I know, and I'm sorry that I hit you so quick, but thank you so much, and enjoy that Chinese food.
I already did. It was yummy.
Right on.
So I will follow your league, and hopefully I will keep up.
All right. Hey Bruno, let me see. It should be in the box.
Right.
And I believe Miss Chris just joined us on stage. She will probably stay behind the screen too, but that's fine. That's why I put in there that video is optional for this, because it is.
Which folder did you put that, upload that video to?
I'm looking now to see if it's even there. I might have to move it. I put it in new media, which is where it was supposed to go.
Yeah, it's not there. Oh yeah, it's
that's
there
what I
now.
figured.
Got it. It's there.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Yep.
Cool. All right.
I'll bring
Hey,
it down.
I appreciate y'all. Y'all just keep coming on in, which is just giving us a good opportunity to get a very, very good crowd. I do appreciate the 860, the 837 that are here and climbing. Thank y'all very much for joining us. And Cast was over there in the comments, but look at him now. He's joined us on the stage. I appreciate that, Cast. And Miss Chris, appreciate you joining us up here too. This is basically going to be like a big X space with a whole bunch of folks listening in. If you guys that are listening in, if you would like to join us up here on the stage, Bruno is going to jump back behind the curtain and run things from the back and do the producer thing. And we'll have plenty of spots up on the stage. We can fit 12 and y'all can interact. And like I had just said, video is optional. If you'd like to show your face, you can do that. You do not wish, then you don't have to. There is no chance of being doxxed when you come here. It'll ask you for a name, like I have there, the Outlaw Gator or Silver Bell. You enter that and you put whatever you want. The underneath is optional. So you have control of everything that goes in, coming in. We see nothing, absolutely nothing. So there's no chance of you being doxxed or anything like that. And besides, if there were any chance of it, I don't believe in that bullshit anyway. So you would be safe nonetheless, because anybody that doxes somebody, they deserve a good old country ass whooping anyway, because that's bullshit. So if you don't feel threatened or concerned or anything like that by coming up on stage. You control everything. We can't open your camera or close your camera or anything like that. So you're safe. Miss Natalie. No, you're not late. We're just sitting there talking. We're going over the Declaration of Independence. Again, this time we're going to get into it, and we're going to focus mainly on paragraph 2. Come on up. Join us. My buddy, the People's Lobby. He's right. CIVICS is what's for dinner. And we're going to be going over it here shortly. I got a little short video. It took us a little while to get it to the right person. And we're going to play that. And this gentleman I actually saw his video, and he's talking extremely pointed about that paragraph. And I said, I got to play his video. And let the people know exactly what we're going to be talking about before I read it. So Miss Natalie, if you want to come on up, Bruno will handle that, or you already have the link that you have. Well, you can use that to get here. It still works. So Bruno, if you have it, without any further ado, go ahead on, son, and let's get this party started. Oh, I think he's still working on it. I'm sorry, I forgot. You probably have to work on it. Nope, he's got it ready to go. All right, sir, bring her on up.
You ever notice how people quote the Declaration of Independence, but they skip the part that actually gives us the power? The second paragraph in particular, that is, notice how people quote the Declaration of Independence, but they skip the part that actually gives us the power? The second paragraph in particular, that it states clearly, we are born with rights no government can take. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And when a government becomes destructive to those rights, it is our duty to change it. Not our wish, but our duty. And now these men back then, as flawed as they wrote that declaration while standing up to kings, risking their lives to say no to control. So that paragraph wasn't just history. It was a warning. It told us exactly what to do when the system forgets who it serves. And right now, it's more than forgetful. They don't want you reading that part because it reminds you that the power is still ours, that this country was never meant to be ruled. It was meant to be run by the people, for the people. So my tribe, we got to read it again. Let it hit
Yes,
different
sir.
this time because it wasn't written for comfort. It was written for courage. And I think it's time maybe we start living like it. Remember, tribe, the goal is always to leave everyone better than we found them. And we got to know our history in order to know where we're heading. And I think today, more than ever, it is our duty to educate ourselves properly so we stop being pawns in the game created by the elite. My tribe, I love you. I hope you're a lot warmer than I am. Until tomorrow, namaste.
There you go. That, my friends, is what tonight is all about. That is what motivated me to go ahead and say, all right, I'm not going to read from the Constitution tonight. I'm going to go back a little further and I'm going to pick my Declaration of Independence book up and we're going to go over that bad boy. Because a lot of people, just like that man said, a lot of people can quote some shit from it, but they can't, they won't go in there and remember the important parts. Remember their duty from it. Remember what the founding fathers actually did and what they left instructions for us to do. Y'all forget that this is a government that was founded, for us. We are the people. It's founded for the people, by the people. Y'all forget that. So we're going to do a little bit of reminding and get that all straightened out. On my old man glasses again. I don't have my sunglasses on tonight, so y'all just have to look at my ugly ass tonight. We were rushed. Okay. When in the course of human events, it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bands which have connected them with another, and to assume among the powers of the earth the separate and equal station to which the laws of nature and of nature's God entitle them. To decent respect to the opinions of mankind requires that they should declare the causes which impel them to be separate. To the separation. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their powers from the consent of the governed. That whenever any form of government becomes destructive to these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it, and to institute new government, laying its foundation on such principles and organizing its powers in such form as to them shall seem most likely to affect their safety and happiness. Now let me read that again, because that's the important part that people keep forgetting. that whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it and to institute new government, laying its foundations on such principles and organizing its powers in such form as to them shall seem most likely to affect their safety and happiness. Prudence, indeed, will dictate that governments long established should not be changed for light and transient causes. And accordingly all experience hath shown that mankind are more disposed to suffer while evils are sufferable than to right themselves by abolishing the forms to which they are accustomed. I hope y'all are listening. But when a long train of abuses and usurpations pursuing invariably to the same objects evinces to design to reduce them under absolute despotism, despotism, it is their right, it is their duty to throw off such government and to provide new guards for their future security. Such has been the patient sufferance of these colonies, and such is now the necessity which constrains them to alter their former system of government. The history of the present King of Great Britain is a history of repeated injuries and usurpations, all having in direct object these establishments of a absolute tyranny over these states. To provide this, to prove this, let facts be submitted to a candid world. He has refused his assent to laws, the most wholesome and necessary for the public good. He has forbidden his governors to pass laws for immediate and pressing importance, unless suspended in their operation till this assent should be obtained. And when so suspended, he is utterly neglected to attend to them. He has refused to pass other laws for the accommodation of large districts of people, unless those people would relinquish the right of representation in the legislature, a right inestimable, that's a hard word right there, boys, sorry, to them and formidable to tyrants only. He has called together legislative bodies at places unusual, uncomfortable, and distant from the depository of their public records, for the sole purpose of fatiguing them into compliance with the measures. Basically, that was not taxation, but that was just not allowing the people to get there for representation. He has dissolved representative houses repeatedly for opposing with manly firmness his invasions on the rights of people. He has refused for a long time, after such dissolutions. Excuse me, told you I couldn't read out loud well. To cause others to be elected, whereby the legislative powers incapable of annihilation have returned to the people at large for their exercise. The state remaining in the meantime exposes all the dangers of invasion from without and convulsion within. He has obstructed the administration of justice by refusing his assent of laws for establishing judiciary powers. He has made judges dependent on his will alone for the tenure of their office and the amount and payment of their salaries. He has erected a multitude of new offices and sent hither swarms of officers to harass our people and eat out their substance. For depriving us, in many cases, of the benefits of trial by jury, for transforming us beyond seas to be treated to be tried for pretended offenses, for abolishing the free system of English laws in a neighboring province, establishing therein an arbitrary government, and enlarging its boundaries so as to render it at once an example and fit instrument for introducing the same absolute rule into these colonies, for taking away our charter, abolishing our most valuable our most valuable laws, and altering fundamental the forms of our government, for suspending our own legislature and declaring themselves invested with powers to legislate for us in all cases wheresoever. He has abdicated government here by declaring us out of his protection and waging war against us. He has plundered our seas, ravaged our coast, burnt our towns, and destroyed our lives, the lives of our people. He is at this time transporting large armies and foreign mercenaries to the complete to complete the works of death, desolation, and tyranny already begun with circumstances of cruelty and perfidy scarcely paralleled in the most barbarous ages and totally unworthy the head of a civilized nation. He has constrained our fellow citizens taken captive on the high seas to bear arms against their country, to become the executioners of their friends and brethren, or to fall themselves by their hands. He has excited domestic insurrections amongst us and had endeavored to bring on the inhabitants of our frontiers, the merciless Indian savages, whose known rule of warfare is an undistinguished destruction of all ages, sexes, and conditions. In every stage of these oppressions, we have petitioned for redress in the most humble terms. Our repeated petitions have been answered only by repeated injury. A prince whose character is thus marked by every act which may define a tyrant is unfit to be the ruler of a free people. Nor have we been wanting in attentions to our British brethren. We have warned them from time to time of attempts by their legislature to extend an unwarrantable jurisdiction over us. We have reminded them of the circumstances of our immigration and settlement here. We have appealed to their native justice and magnanimity, and we have conjured them by the ties of our common kindred to disavow these usurpations, which would inevitably interrupt our connections and correspondence. They too have been deaf to the voice of justice and consanguinity. We must therefore acquiesce in the necessity which denounces our separation, and hold them as we hold the rest of mankind, enemies in war, and in peace, friends. We therefore, the representatives of the United States of America in General Congress assembled, appealing to the Supreme Judge of the world for the rectitude of our intentions, do in the name and by authority of the good people of these colonies, solemnly publish and declare that these united colonies are, and of right, ought to be free and independent states, that they are absolved from all allegiance to the British Crown, and that all political connections between them and the state of Great Britain is and ought to be totally dissolved, and that as free and independent states, they have full power to levy war, conclude peace, contract alliances, establish commerce, and to do all other acts and things which independent states may of right do. And for the support of this declaration, with the firm reliance on the protection of divine providence, we mutually pledge to each other our lives, our fortunes, and our sacred honor. And that is the whole Declaration of Independence, not just the first few paragraphs or the first paragraph. Now, I know I said we're going to go over the Declaration of Independence, so we just did. Now, I did go back and I reread a part of it. Let me turn this light off. So, oops, sorry. There we go. And I wanted to go over that part that about casting off the government. Now, that's in the Declaration of Independence. That is one of our founding documents, and it is still a good, viable, active, working document. It's still there. But before we go back over and I start rereading anything, I have a very decent panel here. Welcome back, Miss Chris. I seen you had a little bit of problem there, bouncing it out, but good to see you back in solid. Cass, I see you down there. With your open mic, but that's all right. That's cool. You were quiet. Appreciate that, sir. Miss Silverbell, I thought I saw, wait a minute, my screen is a little, yep, there she is. My favorite Natalie. All right, so we got some pretty good panel. So I guess we'll just go around the horn here, and I'll start with Cass. He was our first taker of the stage, and then we'll just go across to there and just get some thoughts on it. So, Cass, what do you think, sir?
It is good. The part that gets me is after the life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. That part, that when the government does their thing, that we need to abolish it. That part, I've haven't heard of it. Like, this is the first time actually going through it and learning about that part.
That's a very important part that people sometimes they go by that first paragraph because that's what everybody thinks. Okay, that's the Declaration of Independence. Yay! It's not. In this little book, it is 13 pages long, and these are just little bitty pages. So yeah, I guess it could go 13 pages, but it's long. It's long. They actually, when they wrote the Declaration of Independence, they wrote it in a form where it says, it opens up very nicely. When in the course of human events, it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bands which have connected them with another, and to assume among the powers of the earth the separate and equal station to which the laws of nature and of nature's God entitle them. And then it goes on to, okay, they're basically opening it up like an introduction to a book. setting the stage of what's about to happen. And then they go in and they explain everything, and then they close it quite nicely with the last paragraph where, they're saying, okay, and right before the last paragraph, and to do all other acts, or it says, okay, this is what we're going to be able to do, boys. And to do all other acts, things which independent states may of rights do. And there's a dash, and then the last paragraph. And for the support of this declaration, with a firm reliance on the protections of divine providence, that would be the God Almighty that we all go by and worship and have faith in. That's the divine providence. We mutually pledge to each other our lives. They pledge their lives. Okay. Now, I also have biographies on all the signers that come in this book. I highly recommend this book, by the way. It's a little set, okay, that you should get. You can buy it on Amazon. I'll tell you what the name of the book is later. But anyway, there was 56 signers. Yeah, there were 56 signers put their pen to the parchment. Okay, August the 2nd, 1776. And so they pledged to each other their lives, everything. That's everything. I mean, that's going all out. That's like veterans today. When they sign their paper, that enlistment paper, and those that re-enlist and continue on, every time they sign that enlistment paper or they re-enlist, they have given their lives. They put their lives on the line. Just like these guys, just like the founding fathers, when they signed this thing, it was like enlisting. They pledged their life to this country, just like anyone serving today or anyone that has served. They pledge their life to this country. They know what they pledge. So, and it says, goes on and it says, our fortunes, everything, their life, everything they own, their fortune, everything they own. And they close it out, and our sacred honor. So with those three things, they pledged everything. So to found this country and to declare independence from the crown and to start off what we have now, which is turned to shit, these guys gave up and swore an oath to each other, all 56 of them, when they signed this document, and told the crown, excuse my language, to go fuck themselves. We got this. They gave up everything. They pledged their life, everything they own, and above all, their honor, which honor doesn't mean anything to people nowadays. People don't give a shit about honor anymore. But these guys gave up everything to build this country. And nowadays, people don't even know their names, don't even care. They just piss on it.
100. Yeah, we should be following their examples in this country. They gave everything to fight for this country, and we should all be doing the same thing.
Agreed. Maybe get on down the line there, Mr. Cass. Thank you for that input, sir. Miss Chris.
Yes, sir.
Is there anything you'd like to add?
No, not really. Just how refreshing it is to hear it. I mean, it's like, it feels like the birth of the nation, just hearing it out loud.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I had an echo somewhere. It might have been Miss Chris. I don't know. Miss Natalie.
I mean, the question is, thank you for holding this civics lesson, by the way.
You're welcome.
I'm going over this. The question is like in my brain always like, you know, to overthrow a tyrannical government. Um, it just feels more and more like that's an impossible thing to do in a peaceful manner. And it, I don't know. So maybe I missed some of it, but you know how I am. I'm very, I gotta be looking at it. Um, but yeah, like that's it. That's all I have to say. Is it feels lost already, and I don't know how to, you know, based on this document, how to peacefully overthrow or get rid of this tyrannical government that we currently have. We need to learn.
Well, there there's always a way to do it, but you know, you have to. I guess you just have to get enough people together to do it the right way. Um, I say to do it the right way, you have to remember there are more of us than there are of them. Okay, and if you do it correctly, now we're not going to. Let's put it out there this way. First of all, they're trying to uh, vote our way out of this. That can be done. It's going to take for fucking ever. Excuse my language. I'm sorry. I'm trying to be more professional, so y'all kind of bear with me. Um, uh, that can be done. It's going to take forever because voting is rigged. We all know that. The cheat is in on both sides. So let's not kid ourselves. Okay. First of all, let's be real. Let's not kid ourselves. Politics is fake. It's rigged. It's set up. It's controlled by foreign governments, plural governments. There's some that have more control than others, but we all know that too. The lobby run our government. There's other big areas out there in the country that run our government. Big Pharma, as one of your favorites there, Miss Natalie, has a big hand in it. There's also the news, big media or whatever you want to call it. There's a lot that fall under the media category. That includes Hollywood, the newspapers, if they still print those things. But you know what I'm talking about. Media covers a lot of things. Social media is in that, which a lot of foreign governments own that too. Believe it or not, in the media, now that it's becoming a lot more mainstream, really, the porn industry is media, and they donate a lot to the government and elections and such. You can look it up. OnlyFans was one of the biggest donors to the Democratic Party. And, a lot of people may feel uncomfortable talking about porn, but hey, you got to step out of your comfort zone, people, and quit being so thin-skinned. And if you can't have uncomfortable conversations, then we're never going to win. We're never going to win this. You got to quit being so sissified. Thicken your skin, open your eyes, and look around you and see what is really happening. Because until you do that, you're not going to get out of this. It's time that you do some shit that you didn't think you would ever do. Because if you don't, you're not going to win this. This country is going to go straight down the crapper. And the only person to blame is going to be yourself. When you're getting your 40 lashes from some Islamophobic, or not phobe, but some Islamic son of a bitch, it's going to be your fault because you didn't open your eyes and look around and go, damn, I could have stopped this. Because there's been many, many people just like me telling you, open your damn eyes. But you're not. You're not listening. It's all right there. There's people already in this government that are telling you openly what they're going to do. And they're actually Americans. They're called Christian Zionists. You believe that shit? Christian. They put the word Christian in front of Zionist, but they're out there. One of them's from Texas. I think I don't know who he is. He even has said in interviews that he came to the Senate to put Israel first. His name is Ted Cruz, in case you didn't know that. But there's others that are already in Congress, many of them. Do your research, do your homework, open your eyes, wake up. The founding fathers didn't put everything on the line and sign this document just for a bunch of people that are blind and stupid to let it just go straight down the crapper and let it go. There's veterans out there sleeping on the street. They didn't sign that dotted line and give their oath to support and defend this document. For you ignorant, blind people to let this fine, beautiful country go right straight down the crapper. Yes, ma'am, Miss Silverwell.
I wanted to just say that it's not only just we the people that have forgotten this. It is the people we put in office that are supposed to be representing us that have forgotten. At least that's the way I see it. And sadly, yeah, right now we have it hard. But what I worry about is what the next generation and the generation after that is going to have to deal with. So
Yes.
for those of you that think, oh, well, it's not that bad. Yeah, it's not that bad for us, depending on where you are. But how bad is it going to be for your children, your grandchildren, their children, your great grandchildren, or whatever it is? You know, I certainly would not want to live in that world, like you were saying, where it's going to be an Islamic takeover. I will not live in that kind of world. I refuse to. My family immigrated here to get away from that shit, and they legally immigrated here. Let me correct myself. They didn't do and sacrifice all they sacrificed for me to end up like that, or for my children to end up like that. That's all I wanted to say.
I'm sorry, I had to take a quick drink. I've been talking so long. And you're in Miss Silverbell, you were right on point. Is there anything from the panel down there that you would like to add before I go off on another tirade? This is open for if there's anything that you would like to say. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I'm good. I'm all good. Go off.
You're all good. Go off.
I was going to say that I agree with Silver Bells. Our founding fathers did, all of the people who fought the wars to create this amazing country did not do it for this purpose, and they're just rolling over in their graves. I know it. So I wholeheartedly agree with you, Silver. And I like Natalie Gator. I don't know how we're going to be able to overthrow the government that seems to stymie everyone at every chance.
Well, honestly, I was saying something to that nature, but before I go back off on another tangent, I would like to speak to and welcome in the comment section my dear friend, Mr. Anthony Hudson. He's in the comments down there. And speaking of the Islam and the Muslim thing that we were just talking about, that gentleman is running for governor of Michigan, which is dealing with a very serious problem with that shit, in Dearborn. And if he could make a quick appearance up here, and he is going to do a walk in Dearborn next week. I think, if I'm mistaken, it's damn it, I don't want to say the wrong date, but because he's in the comments right now. Is it the 18th, Anthony? I don't want to get it wrong, but I wouldn't mind you popping in if you got a second or two to promote the hell out of that thing, sir. And we'll get people reposting it, and throw me a flyer right quick, and or a poster of it, and we'll put that up on the screen. I'll get my producers to put it up on the screen right quick. There it is, Tuesday the 18th, boys and girls. And I'm going to look in my DMs over here. Hey, Bruno, can you send him a pass? You got his you got his handle, right? Bruno will get you hooked up, brother. But yes, he is going to be taking a walk through Dearborn, Michigan, which everybody knows, or at least you better know about Dearborn, Michigan, and you've heard about it. And he's going to be a peaceful walk. Let me clarify that. Through Dearborn, Michigan, with his campaign folks, and letting people know that, hey, he is peaceful. He's just going to go down there and check it out. And he's going to give you a live picture of what actually is really going on down there. I'm sure it's just as bad as it's being portrayed, but he's going to give you a live, non-filtered vision of what's really going on down there. None of this stuff that's been filtered through the mainstream media or nothing like that. And hopefully Bruno heard what I was telling him and got him a pass for the backstage, and he can get up here pretty quick and tell us all about it. Did you hear that, Bruno? Maybe wait a minute. Let me see. I got some private chat back here that I haven't noticed. Oh yeah, he's sending him a pass. Thank you, Bruno. Yeah, I see it. Hey, thank you, sir. I got the thumbs up. I can see that. Bruno, he's our producer back there. He's on point. He's good, folks. So we just get Anthony to follow that, and he'll be in here as soon as he can. I guess he's just like one of them old women. He got to get camera ready. He is a pretty fella too. Now, y'all hadn't seen his videos. He posts around here. He's a good guy. And I got one. He's got a little problem I got to fix for him. But I will. Oh, I think that's him. There he is. Let's add Mr. Anthony to the stage. There he is.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What's going on, man?
Not much. I see you had a little problem with a fella. Don't worry about that. I'll take care of that.
I am a Jew-loving, hateful, Nazi, racist, bigot, all because I want to go walk through the streets of Dearborn peacefully to try
Damn.
and unite build a bridge between hate and happiness. And I mean, I've had death threats. I've had all kinds of comments over this thing, and it's made the global stage at this point. So we're
I'll be
hoping that
damned.
we have thousands of people show up for this thing because I'm not going to sit here and tolerate uh, the Islamic takeover of our cities in this country. And how do you get more information about it? You walk through town and you observe and you see the culture, you see what they're doing, you put eyes on it, right?
Amen.
So that's what we're doing. And, a lot of people are like concerned for my safety. And I want everyone to know that I have activated the Michigan's well organized militia to be my security guards when we're down there. We will have bear spray. We'll have smoke bombs if we need to get out of somewhere, and they'll be armed.
You gonna be showing this live?
We're going to be doing the best we can to show it live because I don't know how many people are going to be there. I don't know what my service is going to look like down there, but we're having people call us and say, "Hey, I'm coming from Florida. I'm coming from Tennessee. I'm a bus from San Diego. I'm bringing a bunch of my buddies out there to walk with you. Ohio, Oklahoma." There's people saying they're coming from all over the country. Now I'll believe it when I see it, but these Muslims, they seem to be really nice to you, and some of the comments, come down, have some shawarma, we'll get you some hot chocolate, some, this, that, and all this other stuff. And I'm just like, you think I'm going to eat something that you made before I got there that you bring out to me that you
Oh
could have
no.
poisoned? You're out of your damn mind. So, um, no, we're going down there with the best intentions. We know that Antifa's been alerted. Soros has put some money in to get some people down here to try and burn Qurans and flags and things like that to make me look bad. But at the end of the
Yeah.
day, people, I want you to understand, you cannot hold me accountable for what someone else does. I'm only responsible for my own
Right.
actions. And I am setting the precedence here in Michigan that as a candidate for governor, I will not be afraid to go into any city, any township, any county in a state that I will be governing in 2027. I will not be afraid. And if we have to
Right.
activate the National Guard to take back our cities, we will do it in a heartbeat. And these folks in Dearborn need to understand, if you're not participating in Sharia law, then why are you so defensive about me as a white Christian male coming to walk down your street?
Right. If Dearborn is one of our damn cities, we should be able
Yeah.
to walk down it. It's not a Muslim city. You just live there.
You just live there. And, this whole talk about Sharia law and the early calls to prayer and everything. And I've been up since 3 o'clock this morning. I went to bed at midnight last night, got up at 3 a.m. I drove an hour and 20 minutes to
You
Dearborn.
sound like me.
And we sat outside of a mosque this morning and we were waiting to hear that 601 call to prayer is when it was scheduled because we wanted to catch the city violating the city ordinance, right? The city ordinance
Right.
is from 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. And we
Mm-hmm.
hear all these things on TV. We see on X, on Facebook, on Twitter
Right.
that these
Exactly.
calls to prayer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we see it going out early. So we wanted to witness it. We go down there, and it was as quiet as a graveyard this morning.
That's what I figured.
No projected sound. So a lot of folks have these conspiracy theories that
It's all
they knew
propaganda.
yeah, they
It's
say, well,
bullshit.
they knew you were coming. They know you're poking around their town, so maybe they were told not to do it until after your walk on the 18th. So
Right.
maybe there's some truth to that, maybe not. But little do they know we're going back again tomorrow, my brother.
That's it.
I'm not getting up. I'm not giving up on this thing. I am going back tomorrow. Will be the third day in a row. We're planning our route. I am going to the city hall meeting on Thursday or Tuesday night, which is at 7. That's why we're doing this walk on a Tuesday. And I'll get to face the mayor, the viral mayor that told a white Christian pastor that he's not welcome in that town. And the mayor said, I'll throw a parade to celebrate when you leave. And I'm going to go to that mayor and call him a racist bigot. And I'm going to tell him that when I become governor of the state of Michigan, you're not welcome in my state. And I won't throw a
Damn
parade.
right.
I'll name a holiday one day a year to celebrate the fact that I removed you from office. I'm not playing down here.
That's what I'm talking about. Hey, and I just want to let everybody know, all those out there that are listening and watching, and anybody in the comments, anybody that is within the sound of my voice or able to look at my ugly ass right now, and that heard everything that Mr. Anthony Hudson just said. That right there is how you lead. That right there is how you take back not just a city, but you take back your state, which will lead to taking back this country. And what he said needs to be spread. So if you're able to repost this space or post out what he just said or get his word and message out, please do so. Somehow or other, if you can get his message spread out across this fucked up internet, whatever, please get his word spread out. If
I'll tell you, Gator, I was a nobody 12 months ago, right? Or let's say a year and a half ago when you guys endorsed me to run for Congress here in Michigan. Unfortunately, I lost that race. But my post,
you got screwed out of it, brother. We both know that. You and I both know that.
yeah,
we watched it happen.
With you. I agree with you. And over the last 5 days, the post that I made about going to Dearborn has gone global. I had a Pakistani reporter email me an article that they wrote about me. Same thing with a media company in the UK, one in France, and then we were on Newsmax Monday and Tuesday night. We were interviewed on Newsmax and getting that national attention to this thing. So that video's been seen 5, 6, 7 million times in everywhere that it's been played. And it's really a good thing. This is a movement. This is not a one and done. We have 8 more marches like this scheduled across the state of Michigan in other towns like Hamtramck, which is also a very big Muslim
I've heard that one's
area.
bad too. That one's bad too.
Yeah, that was probably worse. It's more consolidated. It's probably worse. But Dearborn gets the rap on everything. Every time somebody talks about the Muslim cities in America, Dearborn is always brought up.
Yeah.
So,
I will say this though, sir. I know you are. I know you're very careful in vetting where you go and who you appear on and this, that, and the other. But just to be very careful this nowadays, because some of these places are kind of taboo, shall we say?
Yeah.
But I know you're very careful, and you got a good crew with you and everything, and you got us always. I mean, we're like one of those crazy ex-wives. You can't get rid of us.
Yeah.
We're gonna stalk your ass. You can't get rid of us.
Yeah, and I don't know if I can minimize my screen on here and stay in the room, but one of your candidates running for Senate is coming up here to walk with me. It's a woman.
Oh,
It's a
Uh,
blonde woman, and she's
blonde.
I think in the 11th or 12th district down there,
Um, a blonde woman. A blonde woman. You know what state?
Florida.
Florida. Florida. 11th or 12th district. Florida.
Let me see if I can
Uh,
minimize this real quick and see if it'll keep me in the room.
blonde.
Her name is Tori Branham.
I don't. We don't have her, but I damn sure want to pick her up. Then,
Yeah,
if she's with you, she's good by me.
yeah, she said she's really thinking about coming up here and participating in this thing with me. And I've got a lot of GOP folks here in Michigan going to join us, and even this guy out in I think Minnesota that's running for governor, he might make a trip over here to walk with me.
Excellent.
But yeah, we're getting some pretty good names. I've heard that General Flynn might come out and make an appearance, so that would be awesome if we could finally meet General Flynn. Um, but no, this thing is taking off. But really, we're setting the standard for what the nation should be doing. If one person can start
Agreed.
a movement, a country can save itself, and we need to do that.
Right. And you know that all what you're talking about kind of fits in with what we were going over tonight, actually, which was the Declaration of Independence. And I was really trying to hammer in hard on the second paragraph of it, where it goes over the throwing off the I'm not trying to start a damn second revolution here, so don't get me wrong.
I
But
will.
I was going over the part where we are governed by the people. This declaration was something that the founding fathers put everything on the line.
Right.
Everything, and it was that second paragraph that people forget. Where it says that whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it.
Right. And in the Constitution, it says anyone talking about abolishing the government can be held for treason. So there's a contradiction here. And
Yeah.
I want to put this in layman's terms so everyone listening can understand. This is classic insubordination, folks. When you go to work, if you told your boss how you were going to do things, when you were coming in, how much you want to get paid, and how you were going to change all the rules, they would laugh at you and fire you. The government works for the people. When the people have an agenda, the government should follow it and make sure it comes to fruition. When they
Yes.
don't, it's insubordination. And that's when we need to start holding these people accountable. And I've said it before, Gator, and I'll say it again. It's time to water the liberty tree with the blood of tyrants. That's where we are today.
Yes, sir. Which leads right back to that Declaration of Independence, paragraph 2, and it can be done without firing a shot. It's just we have to do it in such a manner which is yet to be figured out, like Miss Natalie had asked, to where you have to figure out how to do it in a peaceful-ish kind of manner. And I always say that if, in order to follow that paragraph, there are more of us than there are of them. And we just have to rally together peacefully and just kind of roll up there and say, hey, you're fired. Pack your shit and go home. But we have to get enough people on the same mindset.
The
Without,
problem with that, Gator, is that people are complacent, right?
yes,
Everyone is
yes,
sucked into this bubble of status quo. And
agreed.
status quo is the way the world works. Wrong. What makes Donald Trump such an amazing president is the fact that he took himself out of status quo, came up with original ideas and plans to fix what's broken in our country, and whatever he campaigned on, he's 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 bringing it to life. The big beautiful bill, no tax on overtime, which was my idea, by the way. no tax on tips, no tax on Social Security. It was my idea. I did a video
Oh, I
on that
believe
back
you.
in,
I heard you.
you
Dude, I
know,
watch all your videos.
yeah,
I
I
know
put
you
that
better
up
than
and
you know you. You just don't know that.
well, now you're making me nervous. But no, Trump had asked me in July of last year, June or July of last year when I met him, if he could take that and put it into a bill that he was working on. Now, back then it wasn't called the Big Beautiful Bill. And I told him, I looked him square in the eye and I said, Mr. President, if you can take that bill and make it come to life, I would be honored. And he goes, yes, sir, I'll do my best. I gave him a handshake and he gave me that old man. This is a strong one here. He's got a good grip right here. This guy's he's a big one. So it was kind of funny. But and then a few months back, they passed it. So, in my own little way, I did something that benefited every hardworking American that works overtime is no longer going to be in that higher tax bracket for those hours over 40. So, I'm
That's
honored
it.
that that was able to be born and brought to life.
That is an absolutely awesome story. That truly, truly is, and that is something to absolutely be proud of. I'd be touting that shit everywhere. But that you've always been a humble man, though. So um, I can understand why you just don't bother telling a lot of folks that.
Well,
But I
I don't
appreciate you
want
sharing.
people's congratulations or whatever, because the job's not done. The job won't be
Right.
done until I've served my last day of the 8th year in the governor's mansion in Lansing, serving the people of Michigan and righting the ship and fixing the things that are broken here, like, being the first state to eliminate property taxes. That's our biggest agenda right now, and we can get it done. State income taxes. We actually want to promote putting permanent plates on your car so you don't have to renew your registration every single year. We get that done, we'll be calling our counterparts in all the other states saying, this is what we've done, this is how we've done it. Now you need to pass it on in your states because these license plates are nothing but it's just throwing more and more money into a larger Secretary of States or Department of Motor Vehicles, whatever you got in your state, and then they turn around and waste that money on pet projects or anything they can that goes against you and your vision for the state. So I
Are
like the
you are
permanent
you
plates.
are you considering something along the lines of connecting a permanent license plate to, say, your driver's license, so they go with you everywhere?
Well, I mean, we don't want to fund the Secretary of State completely. So what we want to do here is the life of the vehicle that you have it. So if you buy a car and you have it for 10 years, your plate stays with that vehicle for 10 years. When you trade that car in, that plate will stay with that car. And when the next person buys it, what do? We pay for tags, title, and license, right? It'll
Mm-hmm.
already have a tag on it. You're just paying to transfer your information to that tag. And if you buy a new car, you'll purchase a new plate from the dealership or whomever to put on that vehicle, knowing you only have to do it once. And it'll be based on gross vehicle weight, not this formula that they have now where we're paying $400 a year to register a car that's 12 years old.
Right.
It's ridiculous. It used to be based on the weight of the vehicle and the depreciation value of the vehicle. Now, I don't
Correct.
know what the hell they're doing.
That's correct. It used to be yeah, your your vehicle tax or whatever the hell they call it, your registration, whatever the hell that you had to pay for your damn vehicle. It used to be, yeah, because it was your tag when you had to renew your tag. It was based on the age of the vehicle, its weight, depreciation, and of course, if you owned it outright, you already paid for it and it was yours, you owned it. You just renewed your tag. And I
Right?
think it was like maybe like a $10 or $15 fee to do it. It was the bottom basement because you owned it.
Yeah, and when I've talked to a lot of sheriff around the state of Michigan trying to get their endorsements and things like that, and I asked this question to every one of them to see how accurate their responses are. What is on the plate? Your name, your address, and your insurance company. They use that as a secondary method to verify your information. They ask for your license when they pull you over, right? They get your
Uh
name,
huh.
your address off your license. If it matches your plate, that's good. They ask for your insurance information. If it matches what's on your plate, that's good. If it doesn't, now they've got probable cause. They got suspicion. So if your insurance doesn't change and you haven't moved, you don't need to pay anything. But if you do move or you do change your insurance company, I think a modest $15 to $25 um, fee is sufficient to update that information, because you're not going to pay it next year or the year after unless you move again or change your insurance policy again. So, or your insurance company again. This is just a way that enriches the people instead of the government. So when you put the property tax money back in your pocket, your state income tax back in your pocket, your registration fees back in your pocket, we're giving you your paycheck that you worked for. We're enriching you, and what are you going to do with it? You're going to spend more money
Mm-hmm.
remodeling your house, buying a boat, buying a bicycle, taking your kids out to dinner. You're going to invest that money in the communities, and the communities are going to continue to grow based off the backs of the people, not the generosity of the government.
Right. Right. Exactly.
I know it makes too much sense. It's mind blowing. You're getting a headache just thinking about it. Too much
I
common
know,
sense.
right? You're giving me a migraine, dude.
You're gonna need a bigger hat.
Right? Yeah. Well, I'm starting to think I'm going to need a bigger one because everybody's telling me I've got an ego and shit, but I don't think so. I don't eat eggs. Man, oh, what you got? What you down there? You got some shit to say or what?
Yes. No, I'm kidding. You're all good. You're adorable, Gator. We just love you to pieces. And I agree with everything y'all are saying. And let me just tell you, my vehicle's 21 years old. I live in the state of Nevada. I have to pay for a smog every year. And I can't remember what my tags are, but they're close to $200 a year, still at 21 years old. No joke. I
That's
know, I live in the
ridiculous.
wrong state. I live in the wrong state, Gator.
Well, Gator, I didn't want to crash your party tonight, man. I just want to pop in, say hey, and remind you guys about our walk that's going on in Dearborn. If something were to happen and I'm not with you guys next week, make sure everybody comes up to the funeral for me, would you?
Hey, I'll be up there carrying one side.
There you go, brother. You know, I'm doing this for the people, not just for the state of Michigan, but to set the example that this is how you take back something you feel that you've lost in your state or in your country.
Mr. Hudson, more power to you. I followed you. I'll circulate whatever you put on your posts, and appreciate what you're doing for the folks over there. May more people step up and do this.
Thank
Yep.
you. I really do appreciate that. Thank you.
Mr. Anthony Hudson, he's a candidate. Well, I might as well say he's the next governor of Michigan. He's been a longtime friend of mine and also a longtime endorsed candidate of our organization, Patriots United. Unfortunately, we got screwed on our first run at Congress. And I believe, honestly, that was divine intervention, even though it was Democrats' bullshit. Dark money, just like all of them. But I believe it was God's will, actually. That's my personal belief, because I believe now he is going for the office he was meant to be in. Because I believe, honestly, he's going to fix Michigan. That's why his hat says "Fix Michigan."
And our slogan is "Why not?" And people don't realize that. People don't realize that when you call me Tony, which is short for Anthony, Tony spelled backwards is "Why not?" You know, and
I love it.
That's amazing.
And I'll leave you on a high note. We are 2-0 in the debates that we've had on the GOP stage in the last 3 weeks, and we've got one more coming up a week from tonight. We're looking for the clean sweep, but nobody thought that the truck driver would be able to hold his own against, the career corrupt politicians, the criminals that I'm running against. And a lot of the commentary has been, he doesn't talk about Trump, but he has the same demeanor and attitude as Trump, and that's what we like about him. So we're going to go into this last debate We're going to show up in our motor home that was donated to us. That's fully wrapped with my logo, my face, all that good stuff. And
Awesome.
we're going to go in there and we're going to take a clean sweep. And we've already declared that we're the front runner in this race, whether the polls and Lansing and the
And polls
Uniparty
lie.
agree to it or not. We are the front runner in this race right now.
Hey, you do me a favor. If you have a really, really nice, good picture of that motorhome, can you send it to us?
Yeah,
Or you can just send it to me.
I'm gonna be picking it up in the next couple of days. A couple little things cosmetic things that we needed to fix. They hit a mirror in the shop, so we got to replace the mirror. But little things like that. But I should have it by Sunday, and I'll get you a picture of it so you can put it up.
Awesome. Yeah, because I want to make us a good campaign flyer out of that for you.
That'd
And
be great.
we'll start circulating that now. But yeah, I wanted to say one thing though. Yeah, he's managed to handle everything like a champ. Just there is one thing: don't ever let him get near a damn treadmill, because that treadmill will whoop his ass.
That was
Just
staged,
saying.
brother. You know that was not an accident.
I'm just messing with you, man. But yeah, I appreciate you coming up and spending some time with us and getting your message out. You're always welcome to come up here. I would like to, on the side, have your people, or even you, whatever, get in touch with me. I would like to figure out if we can live stream your walk on this platform. I'd be more than happy to pull up my podcast, or I'll pull up a special edition podcast to figure out if we can stream your walk live on this show.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll talk to the CM, our campaign manager, and obviously I got StreamYard on my phone already to be here tonight. I'll talk to him. I know we planned on having about 25 different phones running on different platforms, and we don't have one for X yet. So if you want to take that
I
spot,
stream on X.
I'll talk to Jaden, and he actually has access to my X account. I'll have him send you a message, and you guys can work out the logistics on how to get that done. I won't be carrying a phone because I'm going to be kind of occupied. Want to keep my hands
Oh, of
free.
course, yeah.
But
Well, we want to have it pictures of. We want to have it of you doing the walk.
yeah,
I don't want you holding the damn phone. We want pictures of. We want to see you doing the walk.
Right. Well, and I want you guys to see the people that come to join us. I want you guys to see the
Yeah.
resistance. Soros has contacted his Antifa people. We want you to
Yeah.
see
Get
how
you a
they're going to try
cameraman
and
or
push
something.
back. Yeah,
And
I want
yeah,
you to
and
see it
we'll
all.
get it on our stream. And of course, I stream it out on my account. And I have my hell. I pay for enough money for this damn thing, and I have all my guests can log in and stream out, because like right now I'm streaming it out. Silver Bell streaming it out. Bruno's streaming it out, and anybody that comes in here can go on and add their up. As they log in, they can put it up there and they can stream it out to their people.
Yeah,
But
and
I
take
have
the
it
next
set
couple
to
days.
all guests can stream it out live if they wish. So
Yeah, and take the
it's
next
been,
couple days to advertise it. If you can't be there, we're gonna have it covered here on X, and we want the world to see what
yeah.
Michigan is about to do.
Send me a poster or something with all the details and everything, and we'll start advertising it out. Oh, that's going to be perfect, dude. Tuesday is usually my town hall Tuesday.
Yeah.
So I already have a podcast scheduled for that day anyway. So I'll just move it forward to the time you're running.
Yeah, we're
No
gonna
problem.
start the walk at 4, so you might want to start your stream around 3:30, because we're telling people to meet up at 3, so we can kind of get everybody organized and lined up, and then at 4 o'clock on the dot, we're gonna start walking down the street. We have
That
1.8
works perfect.
miles. So yeah, and you've got a few days to advertise it too. All of you who are
Oh yeah.
watching
Yep.
can advertise it, that it'll be here on your channel, and we'll get the logistics worked out. We'll make that happen.
Yes, sir. We're going to be going live. Yeah, we'll get the logistics. I'll put out posters and posts as well. And the close to nearly 1,500 people that are watching right now, y'all have that info firsthand right here fresh, raw, that is going to be happening. So y'all get it right out of the horse's mouths and the horse's ass. That's me. Because I would never call my friend a horse's ass. Never.
And you know, I never do this, Gator. But if you got 1,500 people in here, I'm gonna take a moment to say something. Then I'll let you guys get back to your show.
Say it.
So you guys can find me. My website is electanthonyhudson.com. That is where you go to read more about my platform, the things I'm going to do for Michigan, which is just the start of it. What we do here in Michigan, we want to help other states follow suit so that we can get back to that individual liberty, that freedom that we were born with, our God given rights that are protected by the Constitution. And if those are things that you align yourself with, make a contribution to our campaign. $10, $5, it doesn't matter to me. Gator will tell you I have never asked people to donate to our campaign on his platform, but you got 1,500 people. We're starting a movement here. We win this seat in 2026. Changes are coming not just to Michigan, but to the rest of the country. And again, that's electanthonyhudson.com. We have merchandise, probably the best merchandise in the state of Michigan for politics. And of course, we have Why Not t-shirts, so you can sport those if you'd like. So I'll leave it up to you, Gator. You can keep pushing that out. I appreciate the
I
time.
will.
I love you, man. And thanks for
I got
everyone
you,
that was
my brother.
listening tonight.
I got you. Hey, you've always been one of my favorites, bro. You know that. I keep in touch with you in between races, and then eventually on down the road when you become president, which I predict, don't forget to let me in the White House. I want to see that damn Oval Office.
I'll let you take a look at it on your way to the bathroom. How's that?
That work. Hey, that's probably about as close as I'll ever get. So hey, I'll take it. I'll take it. But yeah. Hey, and you know I don't ever mind you putting your shit out. Matter of fact, I was going to let you do all of that before you signed off anyway. Because if you don't ever do anything like that when you're anywhere around me, and on any of my spaces or whatever, I'm gonna be upset because that's the whole point of endorsing you, sir, is for you to put that sort of information out. That's why we endorse you.
But you know, I've never put it out there like that before. Tonight's a special night. We're getting ready for a long weekend, and we have a huge event coming up on Tuesday. It's going to be tons of media. Like I said, it's gotten worldwide recognition. We need to win this race, and we need help from people, not just here in Michigan, but from all over the country. Because when I eliminate property taxes here, I'm going to bring it to a town near you, and we're going to show your states how to get it done too. So.
Well, good.
This
Talk to
is
Ron
a very
DeSantis
big
because we're
movement.
working on it here too.
Yeah, he's talking about it, but his ways of getting it done. If DeSantis would just have a conversation with me, I could tell him how we plan to do this. That you just can't turn down, and you still get to keep all your essential services. You keep your schools funded. It's getting rid of the biggest pain in the ass tax that we all have to pay, and it put figure it out yourself. If you paid $10,000 a year in property taxes, $6,000 a year in property taxes, what does that look like at Christmas time when you no longer have to pay that and that money's in your savings account? Or if
Right.
you have an accident, and you got to pay a big deductible on your car or get a new car. You've got money in the bank. It's called, living financially free and not paying a government that does not have our back. We have to take care of ourselves and take care of each other.
Amen. Let's see. No. There he is. Well, sir, you are doing a wonderful job, and I wish I wasn't stuck so far away because I'd love to come up there every once in a while and lend a helping hand, but you're like at the extreme northern part of the country, and I'm about damn as far south as anybody can get.
I don't think you have a shirt.
Unless I lived in Key West, and I'm not doing that.
You have a shirt that would keep you warm up here because you always got sleeveless shirts. That doesn't work this time of year.
I can't stand sleeves. I do actually have my flannel shirt. It's up on top of it's over there. But I do, and I have a jacket.
Well, you need it because it snowed last week, and we got more coming in the next 6 or 7 days or so. So
See,
it's that
I have
time
a
of year
hard.
already.
I lived in North Carolina for a little while, and I got used to the snow, but we're still not friends. Yeah. We're acquaintances. That's about it.
Well, that's all right. It's fun here. It's fun. I enjoy it.
Well, sir, I appreciate you coming and visiting, and you're welcome to stay as long as you like.
Yeah, unfortunately, I got to jump. Like I said, I've been up since 3 o'clock this morning. I got to go back to Dearborn tomorrow morning. So I'm going to jump off.
You
You
need to
guys
get
have
some sleep.
I got to figure out what that is first, and then I'll get some of it. But
Hey, I'm
you
with you.
guys, you guys have a great night. If I don't hear from you, have a phenomenal weekend. Uh, be respectful, people. Get away from this political divide, Democrats and Republicans. We're Americans first. We have to coexist here. Start being friendly like we used to be before we got indoctrinated by poor leadership in this country. I'm here to set an example. If any of you need to reach out to me, Gator can get you in touch with me. But you
I
guys have
can.
a great weekend, and I'll talk to you. I'll see you on Tuesday for sure when we go live on
Hmm.
this platform.
Yes, sir.
All right, guys. Have a great night. Thanks again, Gator.
Yes, sir. Anytime. Anytime.
All right.
You have a blessed day, sir, or evening, or what. Just be blessed.
Yes, sir. You too. God bless.
All right, brother. All right. Miss Chris, you got an echo from somewhere, ma'am. I'm not sure how, but it's okay. It does get loud, but I believe. Let's see. How long we been on, Miss Silver Bell? You're the timekeeper.
Yep,
Peter,
we're at an
my
hour and
mic is
a half or
on.
so. A little more.
Okay, I think we might be able to slow down, reconsider, or not reconsider, but recalculate things. And it was nice Anthony stopped by.
Yeah, I really like him. So
Yeah,
we need
yeah.
one of him in every state.
Oh, I agree. I agree. Yes, ma'am. He's a good one, and like I have said before, I've known him since his run for Congress. Actually, I knew him before then, but we got really close in his run for Congress. And he's just a down to earth, salt of the earth kind of guy. He's just a truck driver that wants to do good in politics, and not take no shit and not take anything from anybody. Just do it the right way.
Well, I
And bless him for
definitely
it.
like him and definitely respect him.
Yeah, he is. And he just wants to go down and like he was saying, he wants to go down and see for himself. That's what I figured he was doing. He wants to just go down and see for himself what's going on. And that's why he's trying to slip in there and catch them breaking the law like everybody is claiming that they're doing. And actually see if they really are. And of course, like he thought, they're sneaky little sons of bitches, because they probably know that he's there. So it's a little cat and mouse game. He knows it. So he just, like I said, and I hope we can get that figured out for the live stream. And I'm sure we'll get her figured out and be able to cover it on X for him. Because that's what we do. That's part of endorsing a candidate. That's what Patriots United does. Is if we have the ways and the means of doing something, then that's supporting a candidate. That's endorsing a candidate. That's what we do. And for all the other folks out there that are running for office, that's what we do. If you're a candidate that we feel that fits our mold and follows the same values that we have and everything, hey, come see us. Might work out. We're small, but we're mighty. We know, folks. Good and bad. So, I do want to read this part, though, actually, because in my nice little book, which I put that book, the Amazon link in the comments, because I have discovered that my YouTube channel that I have will allow me to participate in the comments. So you'll see my same icon, but it'll have the YouTube little thingy on it. But I put the link to this here book. And when you go to this book, you'll see the other ones. It's a small little book. It's a set. And they're not, this little book was like $8. But anyway, you'll see the other ones. I think the most expensive one is like $12 or $13. Anyway, this is about this. This book comes with little bios on every signer. So it's kind of cool to have. You get a little bio for each signer, but I was just going to read a little opening barrage before it goes into the bios that I thought y'all might find interesting. It says, in June of 1776, a committee was commissioned to draft a Declaration of Independence. This committee consisted of Thomas Jefferson, John Adams, Benjamin Franklin, Roger Sherman, and Robert R. Livingston. The draft was made by Jefferson, and after a few verbal alterations by Dr. Franklin and Mr. Adams, it was submitted to Congress on the 28th of June. On the 1st of July, 9 states voted for independence. On the 4th of July, the 13 united colonies declared themselves free and independent states. John Hancock, the president of Congress, was the only one to sign it that day. It was released to the world with only his signature. But on August 2nd, 1776, all but one of the 56 signers put their pens to the parchment. Matthew Thornton, the lone absentee, did not sign until November. So how about that? Bet y'all didn't know that little tidbit of information, did you? That when they released the Declaration of Independence on July 4th, 1776, the day that everybody celebrates as Independence Day, that we released the Declaration of Independence with only one signature on it. That famous signature. The President of Congress, John Hancock. So that makes his signature even that much more special. That was a little tidbit that I didn't even know. How about that? And the rest of them didn't sign it until August the 2nd. Just almost a month later. And then they had that one last fella, Thomas Thornton. He didn't get around to signing it until November. I guess he had some shit to do. How about that? So now you know a little extra something about the Declaration of Independence. See, this was educational for everybody, even the reader. Did you know that, Miss Isabel? Or did you just learn something?
Nope, I did not know that. So yes, I did just learn something.
Me too. I didn't know that either. So everybody thought that old not Benjamin Franklin, we all knew he was involved in it, but everybody thought that old John Hancock just threw his big old ass signature up there so everybody could see it. Well, come to find out, everybody was able to see it because his was the only signature on the damn paper. So I reckon he had to write it big so people could see it from a distance. What do you think?
I would assume you are correct.
I guess, I don't know, maybe so, but I didn't know that. That was actually kind of funny that we released it to the whole world. One signature. Now that takes balls right there. See, we were founded with a set. We just throwed it out there and said, hey, we're independent by God because one man said so. So y'all can kiss both cheeks because one man said so. How you like that? I'm proud of that. I think that just makes me even more proud now that we just released it to the whole damn world and said we're independent, and we're going to act like we're independent because we are independent because that one man said so. Oh, hell. I got chill bumps now. He said that with his whole chest. We free because I said so. Hell yeah. I like it. I like it a lot. Well, I'm sorry, there's nobody else here to ask. It's just me and you, kid. Hell, everybody gone, even Bruno.
They all left us.
It's just me and you.
Okay.
Me and you and 1,527 of our favorite friends.
Wow.
Thank y'all for hanging out with us. We appreciate it.
Sure do.
And we're glad that y'all got to learn that little tidbit with us, because that should make everybody a little bit more proud that this great country and our founding fathers and the authors and signers of the Declaration of Independence released to the entire world, this whole planet, whether you believe it's to be flat or round, it doesn't matter. This country released the Declaration of Independence and told this entire world that we are an independent state of the United States. Because John Hancock said so. On one signature, we released that. We released it and flipped the middle finger to the crown and told them, pack your shit and go home. You're no longer welcome here. And a little less than a month later, the other ones finally got around to signing it. And then that final tag along signed it a month after that. Oh, was it August? Yeah, a month after that, August, November, yep. No, August, September, October, no, 3 months after that. He must have had a lot of shit to do to get around before he finally got around to signing it. Who'd have thunk it? So now we know that big old signature in the middle of John Hancock is even that much more important or special. How about that? But I reckon since we've been going for an hour and 50 minutes, it was a pretty good space. It was a pretty good podcast. I really hate to roll out of here with all these people listening in, but I think we pretty much covered the Declaration of Independence about as much as we can cover it, and even fit in a little advertisement portion for my favorite gubernatorial candidate in Michigan, Mr. Anthony Hudson. So we accomplished a lot there, Miss Silverbell, I would say.
Yep,
So
I think you did a pretty good job.
I believe we both did, ma'am. Even though you weren't camera ready or absolutely not ready at all,
Well,
you did well.
You got to give a girl more than 10 minutes.
I know, but
Okay.
like I said, you can call me crazy, but I did. I just felt a calling to do this way tonight, and I think it went well. And I think with now a week's planning instead of like an hour's planning, I believe we can do this some more. And I think the civics class or the civics gathering or whatever you'd like to call it, I think will be a better way of doing it is this way. And I do greatly appreciate the opening salvo of folks that came out. That just, you don't know how proud that makes me feel that you guys took the time to join and just to listen to what we had to say about the civics. And I promise to come up with a topic and a flyer and an advertisement faster than an hour, ma'am. I promise, to let everybody know that we're going to be doing it again. And also, I'm getting a hand from my producer. So I'll stop. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I was just wondering, did you guys miss me?
Yes. Well, we even spoke of you, wondering where everyone went, including the producer, and it was just her and I.
I had a power drop.
Like your power went out?
Uh-huh. It's back now, but when it does that, it drops everything, even the internet.
Well, yeah, I have that happen here, but I haven't had it happen since that one day I told you.
Yeah.
Everything okay? You didn't lose another computer, did you?
No. I have that computer on a backup, so it it stayed up, but the internet went down.
Okay, well that's good. You didn't get another blowout.
Yeah, thank God. That's why I got the UPS.
Exactly. I remember them old up systems that we had in the Navy way back in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
But I was just getting ready to wrap it up. But I'm glad that you're back. But yes, I was just telling the folks that I appreciated the ones that came out and joined us, and that I think that it went well. And then I'm probably going to continue the Thursday civics this route instead of doing it in just an X space where it's just audio.
I really think this is a good platform for it. You know, it really is.
With the I think so too.
And all that stuff you can select. And I mean, really,
I think so as well.
You got close to 1,500 views on this one.
Yeah, that's who I was just speaking with, as a matter of fact, and I was thanking them, and I was letting them know that I'm going to try to get the advertisements out a lot quicker, and also with the other two podcasts for Monday and Tuesday, I'm try to get this more organized. Is what I'm trying to do, and of course keep my co-host up to date, so I don't get spanked.
Yeah, she had every right to spank you.
Oh yeah. Well, she had every right to do more than that, because but hey, she's a New York commando, I promise, because she showed up, and God love her for that. She is on point.
I could not let you down. You know that.
I know that. Hey, I'm telling you right now, she is. I've called her, the Brooklyn Angel. And she's an angel for more than one reason. She's an angel just not because she's a beautiful lady inside and out,
Mhm.
but she is, I hate to say loyal because it makes her sound like, some, a fucking pet, but she's not. She's
No, I
loyal.
got you back.
I was just going
Yeah.
to say like a loyal puppy.
No, she's no.
Definitely not a
She,
puppy.
she's a great person. Really, she's a great person. And if you need someone in a fight, for whatever type of fight, there's different types. That's the one I want on my side.
I can't
And
wait to
Bruno as
I
well.
won't let you
Bru-
down.
we could use it down here in Florida. Love to
yeah.
have her down.
Hey, Bruno as well. He's one. Hey, Bruno too. Bruno too. So I'm backed by a couple of really good folks,
I'm
and
trying
them
to
folks that
figure
popped
out.
up.
I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to get myself down to Florida. I'm
Yeah.
working
Well, hey,
on
we'll
it.
come help you. If you need some help, let me know. We'll come help you.
It's not that easy to figure out what to do. You know what I mean?
Hey, I might not have a trailer with sides on it, but I got that buddy of mine that lives right around it's a mile around the corner, but hey, for me, where I live, that's right around the corner. But he's got multiple trailers and I can just go grab one to have sides. So I can come help you if you need help. Just let me know.
It's almost easier to get rid of everything and just start over. You know what I mean?
That's what my niece is doing when she's moving down here. But we'll talk about it backstage here in a minute.
Yep. But yes, I think Tuesday we really should try to figure out a way to live stream that.
Yes.
I really like Anthony. I think
Mhm.
he's a stand-up guy, and I think he would be an excellent, excellent governor.
Agreed. So for the 1550 that are out there listening up, again, I can't appreciate y'all more. We hopefully will on our Tuesday town hall this coming Tuesday. Hopefully it'll be a special edition, and we'll keep you posted for Anthony's walk. Hey, Miss Silverbell and Bruno, I'm gonna black out, and for a minute, I have a pack of wolves bothering me right now because I think they need to
I
go
know.
out.
Yeah, I know.
So
I know.
you can probably hear them.
Yeah.
So give me a second. I'm gonna let y'all have it. I will be right back.
Yes,
I hope
sir.
it's not painful. I hope it's not too painful. He did say let us have it.
Yes, I'll
You
let y'all
better
take
be
the show.
nice to those puppies.
I am. I will let y'all have it. Let y'all have the show for a couple of minutes. I'm just gonna let them out the front. And they'll go do their thing, and I'll be right back.
Tuesday, we would have to do the podcast earlier, though. If
Oh,
we
it'll be
would
po-
live
it'll be at-
stream,
it'll- it'll be at
I think he said
it'll-
we'd have to do it by like 3:30, 4-ish.
Excuse me. Which one's on the
I'm sorry, Bruno.
podcast? I was probably out because of the power out.
Oh,
And
okay.
waiting for
Yes,
some-
Anthony Hudson was
Yeah,
on with us,
I know that.
and yeah, did you hear him speak?
Yeah, I heard him speak about Dearborn, Michigan, and all that stuff.
Correct. And he's saying that he'll be doing that, and I think he said about 3:30, 4 o'clock.
Okay. Okay.
So I don't know. Is there a time difference?
It depends on what part that he's in.
I don't know.
He could be in our same time zone, or he could be in Central Time. So it's so close around that area. It's just the way they draw that line.
Yeah, I guess
So
we'll figure it out.
Yeah. I'm checking my calendar for Tuesday and see what I've got going. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I can be back here. I got an appointment at the VA at 11 o'clock, so I can be back here in time for that. That'd be no problem for me.
All right. Well, I'll definitely try to make myself available for that time frame.
Yeah. Well, now you know. At least you'll be camera ready.
As long as I'm given a heads up.
Well, now you got your heads up. Apparently, we both do.
Gator kind of just threw this at me 10 minutes before he was going on.
Well, he threw it at me too, and because I had gotten back late from Gainesville because I had a late afternoon appointment at the VA. I didn't get back here until almost 6:30. All right, and then I had to unload the truck, do all this stuff, take care of the dogs, and and
all the fun stuff.
yeah, and then all of a sudden I was only be able to work with him about a half an hour, so you can't get much done for this in a half hour.
It's definitely. I'm sure there's a lot of stuff that goes on in the back room here.
Yeah,
that I'm not aware of.
Yeah, that time goes very fast when you're doing something that you like, and it's just like blink your eye and the time's gone.
Yep, I understand that.
So, yeah, but this one turned out pretty good for its maiden voyage. I think it did real good.
Yeah, I was glad to be here. I'm glad I got the DM and was able to jump on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and anytime you get in a position like that and you're not camera ready, do what you did this time. It works just the same.
I know.
Because your avatar is beautiful too, so really,
Well, it's not quite centered because I couldn't figure it out. That's the best I could do. So
yeah, but it's pretty good. You could tell pretty much the rest of the face. It is a beautiful picture. That small circle, but it is.
I did the best I could with what I could work with.
Yeah.
I'm definitely no tech savvy person. I kind of just wing it.
Yeah. Well, that's where you start, though. Yeah.
It's the way I live my life. I just wing it.
Yeah, you'll improve as time goes on.
I know.
You'll get better. It'll get better.
Yeah, I have to try to spend some time in this little whatever back room thing to kind of figure out how to stream it on other platforms.
Yeah.
But I never have the time. I always say I'm going to do it, but then before
I can now stream it on my account with Rumble, so I can now do that, and so. But I got to set it up first, and then I can and it's there. And
I have a Rumble account too.
Yeah,
and there's Rumble, TikTok, Instagram.
Yeah, I've also got Truth Social, but they don't have the ability right now for StreamYard to stream on their platform. But there is a couple others I have that I can.
Hey, boys and girls.
Yes, welcome back, boss.
I am back. Had to keep them dogs from killing each other.
Mine are resting now.
Hopefully these will go to sleep and rest now. But except for that one, he just had to go ahead and bump into my desk. So I was getting to closing out the show and all, but I did get around to thanking everyone, which I see we gained 21 new visitors while I was gone. It must have been Silverbell that did it. But I would like to thank everyone again.
Yeah, you and Silverbell picked up a couple while you stepped away.
Yes, Miss Silverbell, you're crushing it again. On a last minute with just an avatar showing, you crushed it down with 73, and that's just with a voice and an avatar. That is crushing it.
What am I doing wrong? Should I put the bullshit back?
No, you got to remember, dude, you were behind the scenes the whole time.
I know.
Hey, look, hold on, let me look. For being behind the scenes, 90%, well, actually 95% of the time, you still nailed out 25.
Yeah.
And that's without being seen at all. You were like not even on the stage, except for like all total, less than 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, hey, you're looking at 25 folks that come up onto the viewer there just by name only, that you got them up there. So, hey, that's good. Really.
No, I believe you.
I would say that's good. Just coming to see you just by your name only, that's good.
Yep.
But enough about
I'm
popularity and shit.
gonna trademark. I'm gonna trademark, and I'm in the process of it, trademarking. Dr. Raging Bruno, the Gray Wolf. That's gonna be. I'll get that trademarked.
Yeah, it's. I remember how much. I do know how much it cost because I did trademark Patriots United.
Mm-hmm.
And but yeah, good. That's a good idea. But we did take over the 2-hour mark just a little bit, but that's only because I had to wait for the dogs and do a little bullshitting. But I do again appreciate everyone that came and listened in to our discussion about the Declaration of Independence and our focus on the second paragraph and a deeper discussion of it, and in our little at the end there discussion and a new awareness or a new little tidbit find of John Hancock. That was a little extra there that we learned. So I'll just turn it over to Bruno and then up to the co-host for our farewell words, and then we're going to just get out of y'all's hair. And I will go over the last bit of what we're going to be scheduling when they are finished. So, Mr. Bruno, you got any parting words, sir?
Yeah, I'm going to give you guys a teaser. Come join us on Monday. We'll have our Gator, the Outlaw Gator, will be having his bullshit session. Y'all come and join us. On Tuesday is going to be our, and this is what I'd like to see a change to, but we're going to have our town hall session. I'd like to see more of the candidates that we are sponsoring or endorsing to show up and let us be able to communicate and give them an opportunity to get themselves out there through the podcast, because we do get more views on the podcast than we do actually in a space. So I'll put a plea out to the candidates. Come join us on Tuesday. When Gator puts the invite out there, say, yeah, I'll be there, with bells and whistles on. So please come and join us. Yeah. And then next Thursday is going to be possibly a special for you. We'll be bringing you Anthony. He's
no.
That would be Tuesday.
No. Tuesday. Oh, Tuesday. This Tuesday. My bad. Yeah, this Tuesday during the town hall will be, but I'm quite sure we'll have to start around 3:30.
Yeah, I'll get to all that when it comes to me.
Yeah, but she and I talked about it. I'll be available. No problem. That
great.
My appointment on Monday is 11 o'clock, but it's only a short appointment, so I'll be back in plenty of time.
Awesome.
That'll work. So if you pick that time slot, don't worry about it. I'll be there. And,
great.
So now I'm going to pass it on to
Silver. That's it. Just Silver Bell. It's just the trio left. Everybody else went to into the comments. Miss Silver Bell.
Well, it's always a pleasure. Even though it was last minute, I do appreciate being here, and you know that as much as I can help out, I will. I'm always grateful for the opportunity to be here.
Thank you, ma'am. And I will apologize again for the short notice. And I am always grateful for your presence and your support, especially.
Because of this chat thing, they removed the other part.
And let's mute
the messages link, they removed.
Hang on. There we go. Had to mute Bruno. Bruno. I got you muted. Don't worry. Hey, I just go ahead and put you backstage. There we go. Oh, Bruno.
And
Anyway.
I will make arrangements if you are going to do it earlier on Tuesday. I will make arrangements to be with you.
Oh, well, thank you, ma'am. But if you have something important going on, then, please.
No,
Like
no.
I have,
As long as I know ahead of time, give me a ballpark figure. I will do what I got to do.
Okay, but hey, like I have always said from the very beginning, it's always been my mantra for the organization and any of my friends. I don't have friends. I have family. I know that's a corny thing from the Fast and the Furious, but that is also, I believe that, honesty. And your family. Family first, honey. Family first.
I know, but I got you. I'll be
Okay.
here.
I will find out something. Back to the folks that are still rolling in here. For those that heard what was going on, hopefully, I will be in touch with Anthony Hudson's people soon, and we're going to figure out. Pretty sure we will get it figured out how we can stream his walk through Dearborn, Michigan. Anthony Hudson is running for governor in Michigan. I should have said that first. And he's doing a walk, and it's gotten pretty popular, he said. It's gone global, he says, which is good. And he's going to be doing a walk through Michigan, or I'm sorry, Dearborn, Michigan. Yeah, of course he's going to walk through Michigan. Dearborn, Michigan. And we're going to try to figure out how to link his walk, which is going to have tons of footage being shot, but at least one of them we're going to try to put through and stream it live on this podcast on Tuesday. Is Tuesday the 18th is when he's going to be doing it, and we're going to try to stream it live. And so look forward to that. As soon as I find out that it is going to be feasible to do it, I will get the time, and the date is the 18th, next Tuesday, and I will find out the time, and we will be publishing it, posting it, and advertising for it. So be on the lookout for that. At least I know I will be posting it. Miss Silverbell will be posting it. Bruno, you'll see his handle right across the bottom of the screen there. He will be posting it. There will be others in our organization. It'll be out there. You'll find it. So again, thank you for coming. Look for the posts for next Tuesday. We also, like Bruno said, we have our Monday night That's Bullshit podcast, where we confront and expose people that are full of shit. And we expose them and bring the facts and the receipts to prove them wrong. And we'll sit around and we'll discuss it. People are always welcome on our stage. That's why that ticker going across the bottom says what it says. If anyone would ever like to come up on the stage, just DM the producer at RagingBruno0517, and he will send you the link to come on stage, and you can say your piece. We'll have a discussion, not an argument, not a fight. We'll have a discussion. All views are welcome. This is First Amendment, free speech. You can say what you got to say. Okay. And then, of course, this is our fresh new podcast that we're going to start doing on Thursday nights. Tonight we did it at 8 p.m. That's just because it was last minute. Again, I'm sorry, Ms. Superbell. But it will also be in the 7 p.m. time slot like the other two. So there's always going to be 7. This was an exception tonight only. From here on out, it will be 7 p.m. like the other two. So I will say it again, then I will sign off. Monday night, That's Bullshit. Tuesday night is usually Town Hall Tuesdays. And hopefully we can get our candidates that we endorse to start showing up for a real town hall. Otherwise, it'll be just like a town hall setting, but it'll be in a that's bullshit format. Basically, that's bullshit 2.0. And then we now just opened this podcast for CIVICS, the lost art. Those that were here know that we go over the founding documents, historical documents, and we educate people in the art of civics, which they don't teach anymore. The real civics. So that are the three, and they're all three, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, except for me. But and Miss Silverbell will always be there as my wing lady, if that's such a thing. Well, it is now, since she's an angel.
I was going to say that it is now.
Yeah, it is now. Since she's an angel, she's got wings. So there you go. But I'll quit being stupid and stop rambling on and just tell you lovely folks to have a blessed evening. And I appreciate everyone that was here. And thank you very much. Miss Silverbell, got any last words?
No. Good night. Have a great night. Peace.
Peace.